The turtle can wear different costumes. For example, if I want, I can turn the turtle into a ball. And I'm going to do that so that I can move the ball back and forth, and which I can do with the set Y command. So if I set Y to 100, it'll be a vertical position of 100 turtle steps forward. And if I set it to 50, I can put it kind of in the middle. And if I set it to 0, then it can go back down to where it started. Now that I've established that I have this capability, I'm going to use a series of ball positions to gradually move the turtle upwards, or the ball in this case. So I'm going to start with 0 and then 26, 50, 71, and so on up to 100. And I can do this with a loop that starts with items 1 through 7 and just sets Y, sets the ball to that position. And then I'm waiting a short period of time just so that we can follow what's happening. So I'm going to do that, and the ball moves up. Now, if I'd like to move the ball back down to the center, I can reverse the direction and go 100, 97, 87, and so on. So I'm going to do that next and set it back to 0, and then we're going to go up and then back to the middle. Now, if I'd like to keep going negative in the negative direction below the midline, I can go through the 7 items in the list, but take the negative value. So now I'm going to minus 26, minus 50, and so on. So let's take a look at this and set it back to 0. Then we go up, down, and that leaves us kind of at the bottom there. And finally, when I'm at the bottom, if I'd like to go back up, I can go from negative 100 to negative 97 back up to 0. And now I am going up and then down. Although I have a little bit of a bug here because I wanted to say 1 to 7 and I said 1 to 10. Let's try this again. Okay. So now that I have that established, I can make the ball go up and down over and over again by once again using the forever loop that we introduced in the previous module. Now let's try this. So now it's just moving up and down. What we're actually simulating is the behavior of a ball that was on a spring. So as the spring compresses, as the ball reaches the top, it slows down. As it stretches out at the very bottom, it slows down. And then as it's going through the midline, it gets faster and faster. And in fact, the numbers that we've used are very similar to what you'd observe if you had an actual ball with an actual spring. If we took a video camera and videoed the frames and measured how far it moved at each point, the videoed ball would have a behavior very similar to what we've established here. This is what's called periodic motion because the ball is every period repeating the same pattern over and over again. And we're going to explore where this can lead us in terms of sound in the next module.